when you're building a program, when you're building a team, and even when you have a built program and you're going through a season, you know, every season has ups and downs. I mean, you don't avoid those, and we certainly didn't. You know, you come into every year hoping you go 12-0, but you certainly better be prepared for what happens when you don't. And yeah, I think that's just where we're at. I don't think anybody in this building, anyone in this program is panicking. I think we're just hungry to get back out there and get this taste out of our mouth.
Go out there tonight, you bring fire, you bring passion, you bring energy, you bring physicality.
Is going to just take a couple more knees with under a minute to go and pick up the win 23-0. An impressive afternoon for Jeff Brom. What an impressive debut season for him, coming over from Purdue, taking over at his alma mater. Meanwhile, the Blue Devils, this difficult road swing that saw them go through Tallahassee and now Louisville, we'll see them fall to 2-2 in the ACC and 5-3 overall as they get ready for a very short week to head home and take on Wake Forest on Thursday night.
Obviously a disappointing effort on our part, and you know, didn't play football the way we believe we're capable of it, and anytime that happens, you know, you look at the film, you learn why it happened, and you go out and you go to work and you try to get rid of it, and then that's all you can do in the game of football. And certainly going to have those games, and they're never going to stop occurring, but the response is everything, and that's what we've been focused on this week.
The main thing is we came out flat, and that's a mistake when you're playing a good team. Especially with a good running game and such an explosive running back like Jordan is. So I think that that's the biggest thing. I mean, obviously they're very physical up front. I don't think that really was the issue. I think that they were hitting a lot of runs, and Jordan was hitting holes a lot faster than we should allow them. So yeah, I think that anytime you're facing a team like that can run the ball with a good running back, you just can't come out playing flat, and I think that's a mistake that we made.
We lost at the line of scrimmage, that goes without saying. I think we lost the turnover battle. That's been a recipe for success for us for a really long time. We didn't do a really good job. Third down conversions on offense, you know, and we just started really sluggish, and that hasn't been us. We've been a fast starting team since I've been here. We came into the game trying to throw it a little bit more to loosen it up, and that didn't help. We got behind on the score early, that didn't help, and then I think all day, you know, we committed way too many penalties, and when you do that and you start playing in a lot of 2nd and 14, 2nd and 18 situations, that's not conducive to running the football either. And so I just think we didn't play the game to our style, and then because of that, I think that affected the running game.
Definitely when things aren't going well, we got to get back to the basics. Do exactly what our coaches have taught us to do. I feel like we just came out flat. We didn't really play to the level that we were able to, and Louisville took advantage of that. But the game is over. We're on to the next. We're going to get it figured out, and we got a big game on Thursday, and we'll be ready for it.
There's a challenge to moving on in a short week. I don't know how much of a challenge it is responding. I think, again, we have to respond. That's football, and I think you know, continuing to learn, to continue to embed that in our program is something that we have to do as coaches, and players have to step up to that challenge. You know, the short week is a challenge, you know, and spinning it around as quick as you can, and kind of getting refocused on the new offense, and new defense, new schemes, what we're doing, how they're doing it. You know, that becomes a huge priority, obviously, to try to get ready for Thursday night.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And to handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. And just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, periwinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
I need to try it first.
Morris with Mims to his left, takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes from the right. Moore in pursuit. He's in trouble. He's sacked all the way back at the NC State 45-yard line. Moore got in there. Mausi was in there. Oben nearby as well.
Well, it's really Terry Moore who's made an impact a lot tonight.
I think as a program, what we're always trying to do is find opportunities for kids to reach their maximum potential. And sometimes that's development, sometimes that's position changes on offense or defense, and sometimes it's switching sides of the ball. And Terry Moore was a kid who had a solid year for us last year at running back, really impacted some games for us. And with where our running back depth was and how we felt like he was as a player, we really felt like he could be a dynamite safety. And so we asked him and went to him before spring ball and said, hey, listen, what do you think? And he's a great kid. He jumped at the opportunity. He worked his tail off this summer, and I think he's becoming a really, really talented safety in this conference.
Here's the snap. Play fake. Rolling to the right is Beelan. Plenty of time looking downfield. Launches. Hazley's got it. Across the 20-25, stretching across the 30.
And then Jeremiah Hazley came into fall camp as a middle linebacker and was competing for opportunities. And I think we saw an opportunity maybe to add a little bit physical presence at the tight end position. And it was a position he had played in high school. And obviously Jerry's a great kid and puts a lot of work into this. And we wanted to try to find a path for him to be impactful this year. And again, he jumped at the move and did it. And I think you're seeing him having a major impact in games right now for us as well.
Yeah, I thought I had a great spring, talking with the coaches and just going over everything. I thought I did really well. Yeah, I mean, competing for the Mike linebacker job was definitely there, entering fall camp. And Coach Elko pulled me aside. It was actually kind of weird. I didn't expect it whatsoever. I was walked up to team meeting room, and he pulled me aside, talked to me about it. I was a little angry because I was like, well, linebacker was obviously my position I always wanted to play, and I've been playing for the last however many years I've been playing football. So it kind of hurt a little bit, thinking oh, this is not, maybe could be the last time I played the position. But I mean, it was a new opportunity, and from then on, it's you're gonna mess up. Coach even told me this, you're gonna mess up, and that's okay because you're just learning, and you just gotta push through and keep working hard. And that's what I did. I just kept my head down, just kept on going.
Beelan from the shotgun has Waters to his left. First and goal off the 8. Shotgun snap, wants to throw, end zone, Hazley! Touchdown! How about that? The redshirt freshman quarterback finds the redshirt freshman tight end, and they find pay dirt after the turnover.
How about that? They're both stepping up when their numbers are called.
It's just being thrown under fire, and even though you have to, the standard is you have to step up in your role. That's how we do it here. A lot of other kids had to do the same situation, Henry Beelan. But I guess that first moment where I caught, actually not the touchdown, my first catch in that game kind of like definitely helped the nerves calm down a little bit, and then that touchdown pass was awesome, and it was a great experience.
I think anytime you make a move that late into it in fall camp, you know, a lot of the onus goes on the young man to really put in a tremendous amount of work and effort to get caught up to speed. And I think Jeremiah did that at a really high level. I think he was meeting with coaches extra, trying to find opportunities to learn it, working on his own, studying it, you know, got himself in a position where he could go out there and he can operate within the offense. And that's all the credit to him and the job he did.
It's a good thing I played in high school a little bit at tight end. I think that definitely helped a lot. I would say basically I felt just like a freshman all over again. Not really knowing much about the offense, maybe other than the snap count. That might have been really it, which is basically the easiest part and the first thing you learn. But yeah, it took a lot of film work, a lot of like talking with players from the team, quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, linemen, and like I appreciate every single one of them because they got me to the position I am today. And now it feels just natural, like the coach can tell me whatever to do, and like I'll go out there and do it, and yeah, it's definitely awesome.
Plummer to throw on second down. He's sacked. Terry Moore's got him back at the 39.
He's extremely athletic. I think he closes on the ball really well. I think he's got tremendous change of direction, and he's a very physical tackler. You know, I think you've seen him impact games downing the football. I think you've seen him making plays in the blitz game. He's got athleticism and the ability to cover, and so he's really a well-rounded athlete back there and kind of can do it all.
We obviously had like very talented running back room that was still going to be here another year. So I seen opportunity on the defensive side of the ball because we had safeties leaving like Darius Joyner, and that's what happened. We came in, had another talk with Coach Elko, granted me the position to play defense in the safety room, and coming in like playing safety, it wasn't really that difficult because I did it in high school. But learning the game plan, that was very difficult. I know the coaches, they were probably tired of me in the summer. Like I was up there like every day trying to get the game plan down so that I'll be able to have a strong spring and summer. So the start of the spring, like you can ask the coaches, like it was not to the level that they wanted me at for sure. But over time, as I continue to go up there, continue to get work, continue to study film, watch film, and then during summer camp, they seen a tremendous increase in just my football IQ and how I played, and in my confidence as well. And then it just went up from there.
Morris is dropped in the backfield by Terry Moore.
I had my first ACC start versus NC State and just balled out that game and had my confidence high from there and just trying to keep going as the season continues. Every time like Coach Elko speaks to me, like I've always been a person with anybody, but like Coach Elko specifically, like his like football intelligence and IQ is just like crazy. And he's definitely helped me a lot. Anytime he speaks to me, like I'm ears first, try to soak everything in like a sponge, like and just take everything that he says and just try to apply it to my game. But yeah, he definitely is a great person when it comes to playing safety as well.
It's much as this position I played as it is the position I've coached for so long. It's kind of my comfort zone, and so I love talking safety with those guys and just talking to them about how the game, how the quarterback's looking at the game, how they can impact what the quarterback sees, how to maybe find those little edges that allow them to play a little bit faster. Yeah, that's something I obviously spent an awful lot of time in my coaching career, and so still take a lot of comfort in talking to those guys about those things.
They put Joshua Black now in motion, the backup offensive lineman. Jordan did not appear to get to the first down. Driven back by Terry Moore, and as always, there are multiple Blue Devils around the ball.
Our bond, like outside of football, has definitely like increased how we play on the field. Those guys, they're definitely like a great group of guys. We always like hang out, go eat together, and I feel like just our connection off the field allows us to like become more together as we come on the field, and it just allows us to click. Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family-owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not. Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
Duke Football 360 with Dave Harding, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Coming off the loss to Louisville, the Blue Devils had to deal with a quick turnaround. Playing on a Thursday night, all that preparation condensed into just a few days. Luckily for Duke, they're well familiar with their in-state rival, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, having played over 100 times over the course of history. Wake actually visited Durham last year, so the rare back-to-back road trip for the Demon Deacons as they had to make the trip down to Durham. We're going to look back to last year's game and some of the characteristics that allowed the Blue Devils to get a victory over their in-state foe. You'll remember Wake was actually leading the ball game, 31-27. They took the lead with about 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Duke went back and forth, couldn't get into the end zone. This is a drive that started around 3 minutes to go in the game, and it's big plays in the passing game that we'll see that allow the Blue Devils to get into the end zone. Take a look at Riley Leonard here surveying the field, realizing its zone coverage, and finding one of his favorite targets, Jalen Calhoun, down the field. He basically outruns the linebacker on the out route here to the sideline, perfectly placed football, and then that yak, the yards after the catch to get the Blue Devils down into the red zone on the 20-yard line. Very next play, Leonard, the quarterback, realizes it's going to be man coverage down the field because Wake Forest bringing a lot of players in the pass blitz. He lets it fly regardless, puts his receiver in a position to make a play on the football. That's Samir Hagan's back shoulder throw. He kind of comes back to it in the end zone for the touchdown. The Blue Devils pull ahead by 3, 34-31. Wake gets the football back. This is a drive that's starting with about 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Sam Hartman, their all-everything quarterback a season ago. Obviously, we saw him earlier this year playing for a different team at Notre Dame. This is on fourth down. Duke bringing a little blitz. Hartman extending it, lets it rip down the field. Duke able to cause a turnover, get off the field on defense, but the game certainly is not over. The Blue Devils get the ball back with 1:22 to go. They've got to find a way to bleed the clock down to 0. Wake Forest has 3 timeouts. This is second down. Love the decision by Kevin Johns to have faith in his offense to get the first down. Typically, you want to run the ball here, but he says, we're going to give a little RPO action. Look at that backfield motion with the fake handoff by Leonard. That causes all these defenders to bite up. Look at this safety here. Leonard then knows it's going to be man-to-man on the outside. That's Samir Hagan, who we just saw catch the touchdown. And take a look. Lets it rip on the slant right over the middle. First down. Wake only has 2 more timeouts. They're not able to stop the clock, and the Blue Devils get a victory over the Demon Deacons. So many big plays, complimentary football. You saw the offense making a big play on the drive down the field to go ahead and get the lead. The defense comes out, forces a turnover, and then the offense here to finish it, finding a way to control the football, stay on the field, and get the clock down to 0. It's going to take a collective effort from the Blue Devils to get wins in any of their remaining ACC games, but especially against in-state opponents.
1st and 10, here's the snap, here's the blitz. Leonard to throw, taking a shot to the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown! Samir Higgins! And they've got the lead!
How about that for the Duke Blue Devils? What a play on a rope by Riley Leonard right to the far pylon.
The Wake game last year, I think, was a really big one for us because it was the first time we really got over the hump against a really successful team. And I think the way that game ended with us making some critical stops in the 4th quarter, having us go down and hit the game-winning touchdown, making the stop on defense, and then putting it away with the slant to Samir Higgins. I think that was really, I think, uplifted our program heading into bowl season and you know, going into next year.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, peri pinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
We're set for some in-state football. It's the Blue Devils and the Demon Deacons tonight. Duke comes in at 5-3, 2-2 in the league. Wake Forest is 4-4, 1-4 in the ACC. Good to be back at home after 2 difficult road tests. And from under center, it's Griffiths. Hands off, running right, trying to stretch it out. Carney won't get there. Dillon and company get him down. They'll lose yardage back to the 27. And from the shotgun, here's the snap. Design quarterback run, trying to break it outside left. He will, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. And Wake Forest cashes in the turnover, and they've got the lead back. Waters to the left of Loftus. Here's the snap. They'll keep it on the ground again. Straight ahead, he'll walk in. Touchdown. And with 1 minute to play in the half, the Blue Devils are an extra point away from tying it at 14. Straight drop here on second down. Serving, looking, launching. Oh, Morin's behind the defense. Blitz at the 25, had to wait for it. Angles left at the 20, 15. The Blue Devils trying to chase him down at the 10, and Stinson will ride him down at the 3-yard line. From the shotgun, here's the snap. Gonna throw, Griffiths. Time winding down, looks to escape. He's inside the 5, cuts inside, airborne, and he'll sail in for the touchdown. Under 12 minutes to go in the fourth. The Blue Devils down by a touchdown, but on the move at the Demon Deacon 29. Loftus from the shotgun, gonna throw. Warming to the challenge, steps up in the pocket, launches, end zone, touchdown! Jordan Moore! And the Blue Devils are an extra point away from tying it up. From the shotgun, Griffiths takes the snap, looking to the left. Pressure comes, it slipped out of his hand, and it's intercepted! The Blue Devils have it at the 34-yard line! And coming out of there with it is Ryan Smith. Porter Wilson is the holder. Curtis Cooper will snap it. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it's good! And the Blue Devils walk it off at Wallace Wade. 24-21, the final score. I don't know how, but somehow they got it done.
And the Blue Devils are bowl eligible.
That was an incredible football game. It was a great back and forth battle. Took everything we had all the way down to the last second to find a way to get that thing done. And obviously that one's always unique to me just because of the relationships I have with those guys and so much respect for those guys and that program and the job they're doing. In terms of us, I mean, I can't even put into words how proud I am of these kids for everything that they went through from an adversity standpoint, to the amount of kids that weren't able to play tonight, to the amount of kids that had to step up, to some of the kids that went down in game, to the game not exactly going to script all the way through and getting behind going into the fourth quarter and having to find a way to just make plays. I think it was just a tremendous statement on grit and toughness and just a stick-to-itiveness to do the things that we need to do to be successful. We played one of the most difficult schedules in the country. We played 4 ranked teams in our 8 games, and I think for the most part we've played every week to the level we wanted to, minus 1 game. And so some of the results haven't finished. We'd like to finish in the fourth quarter a little bit better, but now what you have moving forward is an opportunity to just continue to grow. I think we talked to the kids this week about let's try to put pressure on all the people in front of us. Unfortunately, we don't control our destiny anymore to get to Charlotte, but that's still a possibility. And so let's go out there week in and week out and try to put pressure, and let's be there if these teams slip up.